Hello, everyone. It's Michelle at Divine's Purpose. How are you? I'm not supposed to be making a video, but there's been so many messages within the last couple hours and too many confirmations. And I want to jump on for you guys as a collective and talk to you about some of these energies. First and foremost, this is going to be for the new moon in Gemini. As you guys know, Gemini is a twin flame moon. It is the twins. So to those of you who are on the twin flame journey, you might want to sit down and listen up because there's going to be some things coming forward in this message that hopefully will help you with the journey of thyself. A lot of unions are happening. A lot of divine masculines are coming forward and really taking their role as the high priest, as divine masculines. I'm getting actual confirmations throughout the day of all of this. So to all of you beautiful souls who have been messaging me in regards to this, thank you. I appreciate you. Many blessings to you in your union. Many blessings to you in your journey. Many blessings to you and your awakening. I really want to talk a little bit about astrology, though I don't know very much about astrology, but I do know that the new moon in Gemini starting tomorrow is going to be a very big activation week all week long. Please understand this is actually major, major shifts. This is understanding that this is going back to over 700 years of old beliefs that are dying. And this is when we're going to actually feel a divide in the collective, because this is actually when, we flip the switch, or we flip the coin and you choose what you choose. This is actually when you're going to feel it, though, next week, y'all. And this is actually stemming back to 2012 with the Mayan calendar, So there is retrogrades going on. There's a lot of planets that have been aligned as the same exact alignment in 2012. Please understand, like I did say, I am not an astrologer. So you have to do your research and or look up to the astrology channels that you like to look into. But intuitively, I am definitely picking up a huge shift. I'm picking up, and if you see me holding my stomach, y'all, it's because I'm having some issues. Anyways, I'm recovering from a procedure. Anyways, this is understanding that 2012 was a huge year for not only the twins. Ding, confirmation. It's also understanding that 2012 was really about the Mayan calendar and understanding that we are entering the new world, and it was prepping us for 2020, meaning that the new moon tomorrow in Gemini is actually closing out all the karmic cycles from 2012. Do me a favor, look at where you were in 2012. And the reason why I was so pumped and jumped on to come do this for you guys is because I want to shine a light on what this energy is about. And I really want you guys to be ready and understand that this is just not a typical new moon. This is not a typical energy read. This is something that's going to bring a little bit more deeper into clarity of why we're here. Now, like I said to you, over 700 years of old beliefs that are dying. We know that we are becoming light workers. We know we are stepping into a higher level of consciousness. If you're new to my channel, by the way, welcome. I'm an intuitive healer that does shadow work, a clairvoyant, and I do past life regression work and so much more clearly with my messages. But I want you guys to know, if you're not understanding what I'm saying, I would suggest you start looking up a little bit more about the Great Awakening, Ascension, and even a little bit more about the Twin Flame path if you're called and led to it, okay? Because what I'm trying to say to you is that we are entering a new world. We have entered into a higher dimension, because the lower dimension is no longer coexisting with the higher dimension, and this is where the split's going to be, because there will be people who are choosing denial and choosing fear. Everybody has their free will. However, the thing is, this is going to be the shift where we actually see physically the difference of the choice that we have made. The Lovers card, this is my tarot deck that I created. This tarot card, the Lovers, is traditionally about choices. This is twins. This is a really big revelation about the twin flame journey, especially talking about the Mayan calendar. In 2012, I'm going to be honest with you, I went through a very big life event. Majority of us have, because we understood the Mayan calendar. I actually was, studying and learning about the Mayan calendar, what it meant by the end of the world. But everybody thought like Mayans didn't know what they were talking about. I ended up moving to Mexico, living in that Mayan culture because of it a few years later. Anyhow, this was 2012. This was when you actually started making your choice of who you were going to be. Yeah, it's been 8 years, go figure. And this is understanding that karmic cycle is actually closing up now. Not only that we're closing up your own karmic cycle, you're closing up generations of karmic energy through the bloodlines, through your ancestry, and so forth and so forth. I hope you're still following me. There's a lot of information coming in, and yes, I will do a read eventually, okay? But I want you guys to know something. That was a huge revelation for me. This is a huge shift. There's going to be a lot of initiations and a lot of activations coming forward in the next week or two. A lot of people are going to be visited by the Galactic Council. Be wary of it. A lot of us are experiencing some physical things, so, please take care of yourself. But the one thing I want to step into was the Mayan calendar was always telling the truth. And now we're here in 2020 talking about spirituality, awakening, understanding our journey, and the only thing that is real is God, Source, Divine, the Creator. Everything else is an illusion. As Michael Murdoch always says, please respect the illusion because we still have to live in it, but honor your truth and stand in your truth. Know thyself. So in 2012, with the Mayan calendar, if you already started choosing your divinity, if you already started choosing the light, and whatever has happened in your life from 2012, to now, I would suggest you sit down and look at it, especially coming into the new moon, because there's a lot of things that's going to reveal itself. There's a lot of things that are going to change, and this is when, like I said to you, this is when we're going to see the shift. Now, quickly, twin flames. 2012 was the year that a lot of people actually started their twin flame journey, but a lot of twins didn't realize it, of course. Either did I. I was actually married at the time, and I actually physically left my husband at that time for the first time. We didn't get the divorce yet, but I did leave him, and I never realized why until recently. And I was like, wow, like I actually knew then, without even knowing in the back of my subconscious, that I wasn't happy and I wasn't living in purpose. So a lot of things happened in 2012 because of the Mayan calendar, and of course what was actually happening and aligning from that year to now. 2016 was when I actually got divorced and moved to Mexico. 2017 is when I actually physically met my twin flame. Other than that, I'm going to stop there because y'all don't need to know everything about my journey. But what I'm giving you is timeline so you can understand the intensity of this new moon in Gemini if you are a real twinner. Because it's understanding that since 2012, you've actually been prepping for your twin flame journey. And yes, my loves, this is how long it takes to be in union with yourself. Healing is not an event, it's a process, and it takes time. So I want to give you the outline because really in the spiritual community, 8 years is nothing. We're talking about right now going back into 700 years and more of karmic clearing we're doing and really past old beliefs that no longer serve. So you have to understand something that, your life, the life that you have been given and the choice that you have made to choose your actual divinity has been something that has always been with you, and it's coming now into full force physical manifestation. There is going to be those of us who have chose the truth, and there's those of us who have chose denial of the truth. And unfortunately, to those of you who are choosing, and I'm hoping, it's not you who are watching, but, it is what it is. We all have free will, and that is your journey. Everybody has their journey. But what I'm saying to you is that, that is the choice of the underworld, and it's continuing the fear and all those programs that really don't serve. And then to the others who does choose love and their divinity and their truth, there's going to be some really cool things happening. a lot of activations, a lot of initiations, but then also really receiving your gifts and your blessings that been promised to you. This is a collective read, so you have to understand that this is something that will, you know, be individually understood by each individual soul. But if you are a twinner, I hope that does give you some clarity about your twin flame journey, you know, really connected to the old timelines like the Mayans. You know, they really knew what they were talking about. And now that we're entering the new world, we're coming into something that is really, really, really big. And for the first time in a long time, and I'm not talking about 10 years, I'm talking about generations and generations, we're actually going to physically see it and feel it. Okay, so I'm going to actually just bring in some cards here using the Mystical Tarot, clarify it with some other decks that I am being called to. I've done a few readings already today, so I'm kind of exhausted, but I felt very inclined to come on and bring you this message. So if you appreciate it, I would appreciate it if you press like and subscribe and even commented below. All right. Let's see. Okay, this is amazing because I was just going to talk to you guys about this, that the Ten of Wands keeps coming up. If you follow me on the Divine Feminine Club, I actually just did a post in regards to the energy for the new moon for my Divine Feminines. It is an exclusive club, but you can take a look at it in the link below. The Ten of Wands is literally the energy for the new moon, because what this is all the wands, all the burdens, all the heaviness that you've been carrying around through the denial, through the hurt, through the pain, through the ascension is now going to be done. You are letting go of the burdens. You're letting go of the heaviness. You are letting go of the pain. Now, to those of you who do suffer from mental illness, this is the energy that's going to come forward. Meaning, my love, you really need to have a safe place for you to speak to someone. You need to get help. Because anxiety will be elevated. Your thought process is going to be very confused. It's because of the North and South Node. Gemini is in the North Node, and I believe it's Sag for the South Node. I work with those energies very closely to me, as I'm actually a North Node and Gemini. And anyways, what I'm trying to tell you, this is a lot of in between, that bipolar mental aspect of I'm so confused, I don't know what I'm doing. That's why anxiety comes up and comes really strongly, because you're not listening to your intuition. Spirituality makes no logical sense. To those of you who are intellects, to those of you who are scientists, to those of you who, you know, believe in astrology and believe in spirituality, but you have your own belief system through the motion of your intellect, very beautiful, but be aware that, you know, this journey makes no logical sense. It's all intuitive. It's all about God. It's all about the faith. It's all about the trust. And if you're not listening to your intuition, you will be suffering with lots of anxiety. If you do suffer from anxiety, it's a sign from spirit that you're not listening to your intuition. Now, if you do suffer from mental health, this is when things get a little bit more serious, and you have to contact who you contact. I am an intuitive healer. I'm not someone who deals in regards to mental health exactly, but I do know that everything starts with spirit, and spiritual health is number one, in my opinion. Please take it as it resonates. But this is when the burdens are actually coming down. I'm happy that this is on the bottom of the deck as the key aspect of this channeling, because this keeps coming out for me. It really, really does. So let me see what else we have here. Wow, you guys, you know, it's very repetitive energies throughout the day, and it is a lot, which is good, but you know what, we can handle it. So let me get it popping. We have the Chariot. This is the movement forward. Again, to those of us who have chosen our truth, our authenticity, and really understood who we were, not through the programs, not through the illusions, not through the denial, there is movement forward in equal balance. We still live in the 3D planet. This is the planet, Mother Earth, and there is duality. But the duality of life will be more clear to you every step you move forward while you choose the truth, your authenticity, the light, the love. The most powerfulest thing we can do on this planet is radiate light. And the thing is, the only way to see what's in the darkness is with the light. So there's a lot of balance here. There's a lot of duality. There is a lot of polarity that is coming through. But it's coming through the motion of strength. 2 divinity cards. This came out earlier also today for Divine Feminines. Divine Feminines, congratulations. If you've seen the video, you know what I'm saying. But this is a message of strength that we all carry. This is about being courageous in our journey, because we do have to be courageous, because there are temptations that are out there. Another aspect that I got through the new moon in Gemini is the number one thing that's going to be holding us back would be our temptation. And it's not temptations through, what most would think. It's more temptations of being stuck, of being in denial, of being in pain. It's that type of addiction. But this is the motion that you have to remain strong, or you have remained strong, or you need to find the strength to remain strong, because this is the 9 of Wands. This comes right before the 10 of Wands, before you put the final burdens down. What I'm picking up very strongly is that some of you haven't reached that 10 of Wands as of yet, but you will. This is about putting the defenses down. I apologize. I'm channeling very quickly. I am sweating. I'm in pain, and I'm just trying to get these messages out for you guys. So please understand this. To those of you who haven't reached this final completion yet, it's coming, but you have to take responsibility and accountability for the defenses you have held up through the motion of fear, through denial. This is what's coming through very darkly, and I'll tell you why. It's because the moon is sitting right next to it. The darkness, the illusion, the mystery. Some people really enjoyed it more than they thought they did. Some people are very addicted to illusions and denial. Why? Because it's more safe for them. But this is when you can't live like this anymore. This is an old way of thinking. This is the old world. We're coming into a new world where divinity is ours, where truth is ours, where exposure will be exposed. Like it's different, you guys. It's so different, and I get why. Sometimes I have to just chill out and understand why people are so comfortable in this energy, because it's safer, it's more comfortable, but it's a lie and it's delusion. And this is when you really have to have the loyalty of your journey, the 2 dogs. Because the Queen of Wands is here, this is understanding that feminine energy, the feminine energy that has come in to actually save the planet. But this is the feminine energy that brings the fire. She is someone who's going to bring you the passion, the truth, the love that you really truly desired. It's kind of like someone like lighting that torch up your ass and really getting you moving forward. But y'all, this is the energy, like for real. This is the new moon in Gemini, the 9 of Cups, because this is a wish fulfillment. This is something that has been manifesting since you were a child, and beyond. Because the thing is, this is just one life cycle. A lot of us have lived multiple life cycles. And, in this life, you came here, and if you're a twin, you chose this journey as a soul contract with your twin, so you don't really, excuse my French, that you don't fuck this one up. Yeah, it's a really big mission that's happening right now, which is really beautiful. So, so blurry, my thing. Okay, so let me clarify all of this. And let's see what is going to come in. Let's see the Chariot. Even though the messages were so clear. How long am I already? Oh my God. You know what, guys? I'll speed this up. It's just so many messages. Heartbreak. It's time for you to heal your heart. It's time for you to fight, because this is the time. Like, this is the endurance card. Here's the Magician. Manifestation, strength again. I'm just going to see what Spirit has for me in these messages, and then I'll confirm it with some physical things, and I'll wrap it up for y'all, all right? All right. 6 of Cups and the World. Okay. So, the World is a very beautiful ending. This is the last major arcana in tarot. This is understanding that, yes, you, the person in the center of all of this, has come to the completion because we are stepping into the new world. This can't be any more beautiful. This can't be any more true. This is understanding that you have to work all the elements through your intuition and understand that you are coming into a cycle of a brand new world, a whole new world. Aladdin, I've been singing that for so long, and it's just so much more relevant every single day. I'm telling you. But this is understanding that you do have a magic carpet and you are about to take the ride. If you're a twin flame, you understand that your divine counterpart is on their way if they haven't yet. Trust me when I tell you, give everybody time. And when I say on their way, please understand my lingo. It's not physical, it's spiritual. The thing is, my loves, if you're a real twin, all you really truly desire for your twin is for your twin to come home. And what that means is that they arrive home within themselves. They found themselves. They found union. Everything else is a choice that two individuals in this physical world have to make. But remember when I say it like that, that magic carpet ride has magic in it. So if you really truly desire what you desire, remain focused and keep manifesting, okay? Because honestly, as a twin flame myself, I understand this energy very strongly. This is about reconciliation. This is about past life. This is about truth. This is about strength. This is about manifesting your dreams. But there is something here that is going to karmically come to a close. You just have to keep focused on what you desire. Okay, thank you, Spirit, for that. That was definitely for the Twin Flame Collective. So let me just finish up here with the energy oracle cards, and I'm going to wrap it up. My table is so dusty. Well, it's not dusty, it's just blurry from all the lotion I have on. I wasn't expecting to come on for this, but I was called to. Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael really comes in and helps us as twinners. To those of you who feel stuck on this journey, if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like, what the hell are you talking about? It's okay, I understand. It's a lot of information, but this is clearing the lower chakra. I feel like Archangel Michael is really with Divine Masculines right now, so take it as it resonates. The lower chakra is where Divine Masculines have always kept their heart space because they forgot what it was to feel divine love. They never knew what divine love was, nor do they know what unconditional love was. But it's because when they were born, they forgot, like we all did, and they had to find their way back home. And a lot of divine masculines have been putting this energy in lower energy, such as what? The 3D world, material world, cars, bitches, and hoes, and sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I don't know, like whatever genre of music catches you, but this is understanding that, this is clearing up, and Archangel Michael is with divine masculines. And if you are feminine, please understand that masculine is an energy that we carry as well. As the masculine is the left side of the brain, the feminine is the right. Okay, it's the yin and yang. As above, so below, my loves. Looking at timelines, Atlantis versus Lemuria, please look it up. Please educate yourself. This is the time that you really have to know who you are and really understand what your journey is, because there is going to be a flick of the switch, because this is the contract that you have made. 6, balance. 6, unconditional love. There is a balancing happening right now through the collective. And if you are a twin flame, because this is the new moon in Gemini, please understand, my loves, there is a balancing that is going on. But please understand, too, in the end of the day, we all have our own journey. We all have the contract to ourselves. It's time to take off that damn blindfold, stop living in denial, and really reach for who you truly are. You don't want to make the wrong choice, is what I'm picking up. And I hate saying it that way, but that's the way I'm hearing it. Therefore, I'm just being obedient to Spirit. Don't get mad at me because I'm living in my truth and living in my purpose. Just saying, you know how it is, you guys, because a lot of us had to come in with this caring connection, and a lot of us had to really go through what we had to go through to find ourselves. This is number 5. This is change. One more. Don't be coming with hostilities, I'm telling you. I felt defensive right away. I know it because I knew this card was going to come up. I felt it. I felt like someone has their sword up and ready to fight because you're too comfortable living in denial. Well, I'm happy you are listening to this message. I'm happy that you are here. I'm happy that you have opened up your soul a little bit more to really save yourself in this energy, my love. It's very simple. Not simple in regards to the journey. It's very simple for me to say it because the truth is the truth, and we're living in a new world. We're rising up to the new world. We're not trying to brainwash anybody. We're not trying to push our beliefs on anybody. All we are doing as light workers and healers and truth sayers, however you want to take it, is that we're speaking our truth. And we all know that we are all adults, and we all can inhale the information and digest it the way we need to through our own journey. Therefore, what I am giving out to you, please take it in the way you need to for your own journey. Take it with a side of love, compassion, but honesty, straight up honesty. Okay, one more they're telling me. Woman holding a coin, yeah, because a lot of people are stepping into their divinity. This is feminine energy. Feminine energy is coming in very strong. I do have patience on the bottom of the deck that will require a little bit more time. But yeah, divine feminines, you have to understand, my loves, you have totally leveled up, especially if you have been doing the work. You're going to be receiving some physical things in this world. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. All right, y'all, this is it, this is it, this is it. I love you guys so much. I hope this resonates for you. The one thing I would tell you with the new moon in Gemini is this. Please reflect on 2012. Please reflect on the life you had in 2012. Perhaps go into your journals if you've been writing journals back then. I know a lot of people didn't start till a little later. But if you did start then, that's a really good indication that you are someone who has chosen truth, light, love. Go back to your journals. See what happened. Look at the big stuff that shifted in your life, because it's going to reveal itself again in the next week in this new moon. And please also understand, if you have spoken your truth and you're living in your truth, it's time for you to physically come out. And if you are still in the denial energy and you feel anxiety and you feel overwhelmed, you may contact me down below. I do offer a lot of services if you feel comfortable and if you feel led and called to. Other than that, my loves, to anybody else who's listening and it doesn't resonate with you, I'm sending you so much love and blessings. And to those of you who this does resonate, please press like, please share the message. Please understand that this is not a typical new moon with all the retrogrades, with all the planets and all the alignments. This is big stuff. And, if you want to share with me an energy that you feel like I need to watch in regards to astrology, please do. I'm always open to learning and growing, as any divine feminine is. Because it's time with the black cat. Meow. The sun's coming down. It's time for me to go. Happy new moon in Gemini. I hope that this did find you well. Many blessings to you and your journey.